Brian Pierce here, and while I was filming for the Proper Pint at Untapped Beer Festival in Dallas, I actually got quite a few questions about our little DSLR video rig while we were out there. So I figured, hey, why not put a little bit of video out on the internet for people that might be trying to shoot with a DSLR and have a couple questions about kind of like why we made the decisions we made and things that might help you along the way. About the camera itself, Canon 7D, before, and they had versions of it, so you could call it the Mark I, but it's really just the 7D. And then the lens is the Canon L Series 24 to 70, super awesome lens, and the camera works great too. As we kind of work our way, the LCD screen is good on the camera, but having a monitor is 3 times better. It's so much nicer to have a monitor to be able to focus, and especially this HD monitor is way better than just using the LCD screen here. It's a little bit bigger, but because you don't get a 16:9 picture, you're not really taking full advantage of this 5-inch diagonal screen. So the SmallHD 502 is something that we rented from borrowlenses.com, and that's where we rent a lot of equipment that we don't either want to buy, don't need to buy, can't afford to buy, or just want to test out. This has been an awesome little rig. So last time we tried their 7-inch screen, and this time we tried the 4-inch screen. Again, just kind of testing things out to see. If you look on the back, you know, HDMI plugs in. You've got HDMI in and out in case you need to kind of daisy chain. You could also do SDI, and it takes the typical Canon batteries. So if you've got a Canon, you're going to have a lot of those running around, hopefully. And then, of course, it just uses a little Manfrotto ball head, and this did come with the package. Of course, the cables did as well with Borrow Lenses, which is what I love, is that they give you everything you need to use that piece of equipment. So that's just so we can see what we're shooting a little bit better, get our focuses and all that kinds of stuff. Now, audio, we do like to have wireless audio, as you can tell right now. That's what we're doing, but recording to the GoPro, not to this rig. So we use the Sennheiser EW100G3 package. And so, of course, you know, if we're using a lav, we can run off of this guy. And then if we need to use our XLR, we can use this guy, which has been great. If we're doing interviews, it's easier to use this. If we're just talking, it's easier to use this. So that's where these run. But because of the fact that we like to have separate audio and as well the audio to the camera, we kind of have a little bit of a system set up. So from the receiver here, we run out of their cable into our Zoom H1. And on the Zoom H1, you know, you can set your levels once you have it on and all that. And then what we do, because we want to monitor as well, because you can't, if you're coming out of these guys without having some kind of a patch system, we use this awesome little line level cable. And what it does is it gives us a monitor to be able to run out, plug in our headphones, and then of course it runs out and goes into the camera here on the side. So what happens is audio coming into this guy, into the Zoom, so we can record it separately, and then it's actually going to the camera as well. One of the things you want to pay attention to when you're doing that, I can turn this on and show you guys, is possibly, nope, battery's dead, can't show you, but when you do some of the updates to the 7D, you can adjust the levels, which is very nice to have. They didn't have that originally, but it's much better to have. So when you're playing around with these, you know, all of these have boost and gain boost, and you know, you can change the levels. It can get overwhelming, and then you can have a blown out signal in your onto the footage that you're capturing onto the camera. So be careful with that if you're gonna go in some form of this route. If you're interested in checking out any of this stuff, asking questions, obviously it's all gonna be in the comments. I'll put links to the stuff where we rented it on Borrow Lenses, and then of course if you're looking to just purchase it, some B&H and then some Amazon links. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you guys use a different setup, please again put that in the comments. We would love to keep playing around with this as we start to shoot a lot more video with our 7D. So thanks for tuning in, and subscribe for more videos like this for the fun. Peace.